focus on anything anymore.
You're right.
You are constantly distracted to the point where you can't even appreciate the good things in your life. You're distracted. Your minds are broken. You need to rewire your mind and resist the slave programming.
How?
They have programmed. I'll tell you how. First thing you have to do is identify it. You have to identify what is happening to you. I use my mind to break the trap. What I do is I allow my enemy to manipulate me on purpose. And then I use my mind to break the trap and punish the perpetrators. I will sit on TikTok for a day and I'll just enjoy TikTok. And by the end of the day, I'll watch myself. How quickly I'm looking to be entertained, how little time I give a video, how fucked up I am. And then I'll blink and I'll cure my fucking brain. You must allow yourself to be manipulated and you must fix it. All of it. You just talked about not appreciating the things you have. Then blink and cure your brain. It's a conscious decision. You're letting other people control your mind.
Letting all distraction.
The Matrix is trying to control your mind. They're very good at it. That's what they do to control all of us. You have to break the trap. If you cannot control your own mind, let me make this point because it's extremely important. If you cannot control your own mind, then you are just a feather in the wind of life because your own mind is the only thing you can control. You can't control the weather. Right. You can't control other people. You can't even control whether your heart stops beating. You might have a heart attack tomorrow. You can't control anything besides what you think. If you cannot control your own mind, then you go through life with zero control, zero influence. You can't control anything. You're just a feather in the wind, waiting for life to blow you from happy place to sad place to happy place to sad place, completely hoping on the gods to be fortunate to you because if any genuine discomfort comes your way, you're fucked. It is trained like everything else in life. It is trained. So if you find yourself not appreciating what you have until it's gone, then you must blink and cure your brain. If you find yourself unable to focus or concentrate on tasks, you must blink and cure your brain. If you find yourself unable to go and dedicate yourself to something you don't want to do, you must blink and cure your brain. Because all of our minds have been under constant assault for years. The way the mind functions, the way people interact has changed so significantly in the last 10 years you wouldn't believe. If you go to a party today as opposed to a party 10 years ago, they look completely different. People are acting differently. People are on their phones now than ever used to be. Even now, people will go to places only to get an Instagram picture, even if they don't enjoy the place.
Wow.
It's all about pretending they're having fun as opposed to actually having fun. The entire paradigm of society and how we interact has now changed. Every single thing in the world is attempting to influence you. I'll give you another paradigm that people need to understand. I ask people have these beliefs. Doesn't matter what their belief is. Doesn't matter. They believe in something. I say, where did you get that belief from? And they don't know. Oh, well, it's just how it's supposed to be. We're just supposed to wear a mask, whatever it is, right? Where did you get that belief? Who told you that? And does that person have your best interests at heart? Think about it. Think about all the things you truly believe. Think where you learned it and think if that person actually gives a fuck about you. Because the only thing you should be learning from is personal experience for people who genuinely care about you and love you. Most people are out here believing things and repeating things that were told to them by people who don't even fucking like them, by their enemies. Everyone's mind is fundamentally fucked. All of it. Look at me. I'm a guy who decided to conquer social media. I blinked. I cured my brain. I used basic indefatigability. I used perspicacity. I used compendiousness. I used my mind. And I focused, and I fucking conquered the world in a few short months. It's not difficult. There's just no competition because everybody's fucking distracted. They're getting distracted by this, distracted by that, watching fucking Netflix, jerking off to Pornhub like fucking jackasses. It's so easy to win if you can control your own mind. But it seems that nobody fucking can. And that's how the people who run the world keep the world running because they have all the slaves exactly where they need them to be. Permanently distracted and semi-depressed, working their asses off in jobs which will never satisfy them and never pay enough money. That's the Matrix.
It's a cycle. It's a cycle. Like it's a repeating cycle. Like people like get caught in it too. And the problem is too schools like don't really teach the best things. I feel like
schools are designed to make you a slave. You're set up for slavery. Whole thing's a fucking scam. The education system's a scam. The judicial system's a scam. The medical system's a scam. Look at these last few years. You're living in Canada. You haven't learned that everything's a fucking scam? All of it. Oh, but don't worry. If things don't go my way, I'll get to go to court and have my say in court. Yeah, that's fair. We learned that doesn't mean a fucking thing. The law doesn't mean a thing. Your rights don't mean a thing. It's all a fucking scam. The only hope you have is to cure your brain, see the attacks which are coming from the Matrix, get a strong network of individuals such as the War Room, and then learn how to escape. Most people are so deep inside of their programming. What did Morpheus say in the Matrix? Most people are so hopelessly dependent on the system, they will die and fight to defend it. Most people will sit here and pretend that the world they live in is just and fair because they are fucking slaves, slave-minded. And to break the slave mind, to truly resist the programming, you have to understand what's happening to you. And this is only the beginning. I could talk about this for hours and hours and hours. But the basic answer to everything is you must control your mind.
Wow. Mind control. Damn, bro. What the fuck? I feel like I'm a changed man talking to you. It's crazy.
Good. Because I know you will change for the better. And you can be absolutely anything you want to be. I'll tell you something, man. If I was 21 like you, and I had your money and your influence, when I was 21, I couldn't even fucking eat. I was effectively homeless.
Jesus
and I still managed to become a world champion kickboxer without food. If I was you with your setup right now, I could be anyone I fucking wanted. You can be king of earth. You have every single thing except for mind control. You have the last missing piece and you can conquer the planet.
Wow. So I can conquer the planet.
I mean,
do you see the potential in me?
Yeah, I do see the potential in you. But there's potential inside of every. This is what the beautiful thing about being a man is, right? It's because being a man is difficult. It's so much harder than being a woman. Being a man is hard mode. But just like you play the video game on hard mode, when you win, you get a higher score. There is no better existence than a top tier male. Being a woman would suck.
Whoa.
And I don't mean that in a horrible way. I mean that there's no conquest. You don't conquer. You're born with value, and by the time you're 27, you're old, and you have some kids. Great, good. That's a woman's path. Fine, but you don't get to conquer the world.
Yeah, but
like Genghis Khan.
But to be fair, there's been accomplishments like that women have done that have been like superior in history.
They can accomplish things, but the true importance of being a woman is procreation. I'll be honest with you. Let's talk about this now.
Wait, really quick, dude. My bladder is literally gonna fucking explode. Please let me pee. You could just say whatever you want to my stream, whatever the fuck you want. Give me 20 seconds. I won't even wash my hands.
All right, cool. I'll wait for you, bro. I'll read the chat. I'm gonna read the chat. A lot of guys are asking me how you get rich. I'll tell you how you get rich. You go to CobraTate.com and you join Hustlers University. I have a school that teaches people how to make money online with 18 modern wealth creation methods. If you have the money now, then you join the War Room. Between those two programs, I can make anybody who's prepared to work rich. I cannot make lazy people rich. I cannot make quitters rich. But I can make people who are prepared to work rich. It doesn't matter if you're in Nairobi with nothing. I can teach anyone how to make money. Anybody. It's really actually easy. I can teach anybody how to make money. But you cannot be a quitter and you cannot be lazy. So if you look in the mirror and say, I'm a dedicated, hardworking person, I'm not a quitter and I'm not lazy, then you can make money, CobraTate.com, Hustlers University, or the War Room. Between those two programs, you can conquer Earth just like I have. It's not complicated. I'll tell you exactly how to do it. If you're not a quitter and if you're not lazy, if you're prepared to follow instruction, if you're prepared to dedicate yourself for 6 solid months, 6 months out of your life, and you'll be fine. That's the answer to that question.
Yo, Adin.
What's up, bro?
The girls, like, they're like pressing my shit. They want to know if they should just leave or if they're gonna.
Andrew, I think we're done with the girls. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Andrew. So, bro, like everyone's just gonna call me a dick sucker. I hate that. I hate how showing love and praising and giving flowers now is dick sucking on the internet. I hate it. The internet's turned into such a fucked up place.
The internet is a fucked up place. Yeah, it brings out the best and the worst of humanity.
Yeah, exactly what you just said. It's the best and the worst. It's like it has its pros and its cons for sure.
Completely. But all in all, it's changed the world and it's here to stay. But I mean, I get hate all the time. I get canceled twice a day. That's why I was joking earlier about it. Cause I don't give a fuck. I don't care at all. I can't explain how much it doesn't bother me.
Wait,
I find it.
Do you actually get hella? Do you actually get hella hate?
Nowadays, most people understand my genius, so not so much. But I get the odd cretin whose mind is not capable of understanding the things I say, and they're limited by the matrix programming, and they'll come at me and say, I'm going to call you a misogynist, and you're going to have to say sorry, and they're very disappointed when I don't give a solitary fuck.
Right. Damn. Nah, I just think that the way you sometimes you address shit, I could see how people are like, whoa, like pointing fingers and shit. But I think if they have an actual intellectual deep conversation with you, you mean no harm, I feel like. And I feel like you're just very direct, and you don't really have any filter.
I don't see how a filter aids, so I don't bother.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
I don't have to have one, so I don't have one. But all in all, I mean the best for people. I want everyone to be successful. I want the world to be a better place. And I think the world's a better place based on the back of strong men who stand up for what they believe in. I think that's how the world's always been a better place. The Matrix programming says the opposite, but what did I say earlier about who is telling us, who is giving us these ideas, and do they care about us? They're telling us that to be a better place, all the men need to be weaklings and compassionate without any morals or without any hard lines or beliefs, and they must talk in a very, very soft way, and we need to be very, very compassionate and very, very tolerant and all these things. But if you look at history, the only times things were peaceful and nice is when strong men stood up with their swords and said, no, this is mine and this works this way and no one's going to come fuck with it. I think that masculinity and strength is what makes things beautiful. It's what preserves things, and it's what we need more of. This is what's missing from the world. All of the problems in the world today could be solved by men of honor, not doing bad things, men of honor standing up and saying, no, this is wrong. That could fix a lot, but nobody seems to want to do it because they're too busy being distracted by the matrix, depressed.
Andrew, people who have addiction, whether it's drugs, alcohol, whatever it is, do you recommend that people to stop their addiction? Do they cut it cold turkey, or do they slowly stop it, ease off of it?
It's a good question. It's difficult, right? Because there's a lot of personal circumstances involved, and it's different addictions do different things, etc. I don't know. I can't imagine truly wanting to quit something and not being able to quit. Like, I could quit cigars today. Like, it wouldn't even plague my mind. Like, if I wanted to quit, I'd quit. I can't imagine a mind frame or a mindset where I want to do something and can't do it.
Right.
So it's almost difficult for me to answer that question, because if you have that kind of mind, if your mind is so fundamentally broken that you cannot do with your own mind what you want to do,
right?
Like that, then you're just fucked, right? Life is hierarchical. There's always going to be kings and there's always going to be peasants. If you have a mind that you can't control, then you're never going to be a king. You're going to be a peasant. That's your life. You have a peasant's life ahead of you, and that's your destiny. Enjoy, right? There's always been peasants. That's life. But I believe that. The most important thing you can do as a man is to gain control of your mind. Once you have control of your mind, life is so ridiculously easy. It's so ridiculously easy. It's so easy to be in. People say to me, Tate, you're in good shape, but all you do is drink vodka and travel the world. You're never even home. You never even have a gym. How do you do it? It's ridiculously easy if you control your mind. If I decide to do 1,000 push-ups, I'll do them. Maybe I have to do them one at a time. Maybe I'll get tired. Maybe I need a break. I'm going to do 1,000 because I said I'm going to do 1,000. It's not fucking hard. Everyone knows what they're supposed to do. Once you control your mind, it's easy, right? Getting over a breakup with that bitch. You miss that girl, you're upset, you miss her with all your heart, da-da-da. But once you realize she's gone, if you control your mind, she's gone now. She's gone now, going to miss her. That's a shame. Off to the gym. You either control your mind or you don't. And all of these things stem from the same problem. It's something you can do. It's something that is learned. It's something that is taught. But it's something that I needed to survive. So for me, it's easy, right? It's all I've ever known. Right. But people have life now. They don't need it to survive, so they never develop the skill. That's just how it works. At the end of World War II, when men went to Europe and saw unspeakable horrors at the end of World War II, did they all come home and need therapy, or did they all come home and get back to life?
Get back to life.
Because everyone was taught to have a mind that they control because they needed it to survive. There's no one else. That's how life worked back then. Now imagine there was a war that big. Imagine the fucking therapy, the fallout, the fucking bullshit. No one would be able to fucking even just go back in. And I'm not saying they didn't see bad things. I'm not saying it's not hard. It's fucking horrible. But that's just how it works. That's life. Like, I've seen shit. Like, we've all had our trauma. You have to get through it. You either let it destroy you or let it build you.
Have you ever been in love before?
Completely. I believe in love. I believe in love. I believe in men and women being in love. I believe in finding a woman and loving her with all my heart. I'm not going to let her fucking take the piss out of me. I'm not going to let her walk over my standards or my boundaries. I'm a man. I love you with all my heart. And I said you're not going to the club with your girls. I want to go. Cool. Then we're over. And I will love you while I don't see you. I might still love you a little while, but fuck you. That's the line. You overstepped the line. Goodbye. That's life. I can love a bitch and ignore her texts. Watch me. I can be head over heels in love and still ignore her ass for breaking my rules. Because I set the rules because I'm a man. It's my world. You step into my world. I don't step into your world. You step into my world. You're never going to win 100% of the time. You might love a bitch and lose her. Cool, but you might love a bitch and keep her. If I let her go to the club with her girls all the time, how long is it until she meets a new dude and cheats on me anyway? Sooner or later. You're going to lose her anyway, so why not lose her as a man sticking to your fucking guns instead of losing her 7 months later behind your back? Just stick up for yourself. Stick up for your fucking self. But this is it. But people are so scared of the emotions. That's all it is. No one's going to shoot them in the head. They're scared of the emotions of missing her. You're a full-grown man. You're scared of some emotions. Sit in bed and be sad and fucking play your chess and go to the gym and be sad and lift your weights and be sad for a while and do your shit till you're not sad anymore. The fuck? You're scared of emotions to the point you let a bitch run your fucking life? It's insane. And this is the world we're in today. Everyone's scared. All full-grown men are scared of feeling fucking sad a little bit. It's crazy.
Someone said, what hobbies do you do besides obviously go to the gym?
By the way, I don't like working out. I hate it. It's a chore that I do every single day for half an hour every single day.
It's discipline.
Yeah, it's a chore.
It's discipline.
It's just, I don't enjoy that. Things I enjoy driving. I enjoy driving fast cars around. I don't have to obey the laws in where I live, so there's no speed limits for me, so I can just race around, do whatever I want.
Shut the fuck up. You can just go 200 miles an hour.
That's all I do. It's all on my Instagram. It's all on my stories. I race through the city, do whatever I want. So I run it. So I like to race fast cars. And then conquering Earth. This is my new hobby, is conquering Earth and freeing minds. I watched the movie The Matrix. I watched Morpheus. And I understood why he goes back inside of the Matrix to free minds. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm on this podcast for. I don't care if I take one person and I free his mind. That's all. That's my new hobby now. My new hobby now is replicating the mindset, which is going to be capable of resisting the oncoming enslavement of humanity. I am Morpheus coming in and out inside of the Matrix, driving the Nebuchadnezzar up and down from Zion, freeing minds. That's my new hobby. And I'll be around for a while. And then one day I might vanish and disappear. I can buy a $100 million yacht and just fuck off and not talk to anybody if I decide. Take my 10 women and settle down if I want to. Have 20 kids, easy. If that's what I decide to do. I'm here freeing minds for a while, and this is my new current hobby, and I'm enjoying it. It didn't take long to conquer the entire internet. All of it is mine. I own it. Done. This is it. Conquest. Conquest is all life's ever been for men. This is what men have an innate desire to conquest, to conquer. Even you. You care about having as many viewers as possible on your streams. You care about being as big as possible. You care about conquering. Why did the Romans wake up, melt rocks, make swords, and walk in random directions? They didn't have Google Maps. They didn't have a fucking clue where they were going. Random directions to find some other group of people and fuck them up and take their shit. Why?
Conquer.
Conquest. This is a conquer. Why did Genghis Khan ride his ass from Mongolia all the way to fucking Vienna? It's a long way. Why? Conquer. Men are born with this innate desire to conquer. It's inside of us. They're trying to suppress it. They're trying to distract it away from you, tell you that you're wrong. You're toxically masculine. You shouldn't want to conquer. You should want to sit at home and be tolerant. No, you shouldn't. You should want to conquer shit. Only thing that's going to make you intrinsically happy is conquest. Nothing else. If you're depressed, it's because you don't conquer shit. Conquer something. Get up and do it. It doesn't have to be a negative at all. You can do it in a very, very positive way. You can have a positive impact on the world. I like to think that my impact on the world's been positive. I've conquered the whole fucking internet, and I've done it in a positive way. I'm helping the world. Maybe my enemies, maybe the Matrix doesn't like me, but there's young men who are watching every single one of my videos whose lives are changing. So conquest can be a very positive thing. So I'm here on the internet conquering the internet because I've decided to, because that's my hobby. Because I don't do anything degenerate. I don't take drugs. I don't gamble anymore. I used to gamble a bit, bored of it. Don't gamble. Don't take drugs. I drink sometimes, but it's really not a big deal for me. I don't like to drink too much. Pussy's great, but how much of it do you really need? I have enough. But what the fuck else is it to do? Drive cars and conquer the internet. There's nothing else to do. That's it. So my organization, the War Room, is already, I would vouch, as one of the top 5 most important and powerful organizations on the planet. Within 10 years, we will be the most powerful organization on the planet. I can't even tell you here in public that you will not believe the influence we have. You will not believe the organizations we have infiltrated. You would not believe it if I fucking told you. I'm going to run the most powerful closed circuit organization on the fucking planet. It's going to be mine, and I'm going to conquer Earth. And I'm going to have 20 sons from 10 supermodels, and I'm going to die. And there's going to be 20 Andrew Tates watching my old videos, continuing the legacy. This is what I'm going to do for my bloodline. I'm going to conquer fucking Earth.
So what is your next like goal? Not your big goal, like your next goal. Like what is your next thing you must conquer?
I don't even look at it as goals, because goals are something that you put on the wall to motivate yourself, right?
Right.
Goals are motivating. So if you want to buy a car, you put the car on the wall and it motivates you to go to work to get the car. So that's a goal. Goals are for motivation. I don't work on motivation. I work on discipline. So I don't have a set goal. I just get up and do what I know I'm supposed to do. I don't work to try and afford that car. I work because I'm supposed to work. And then I can already afford that car and another one and another one and a boat and a plane and a house and another house and a land. And then I just work. I do my work. That is my duty as a man, is my duty to God. I train in the gym. It is my duty to God. I do my duties to God. I fulfill my duty. I'm an old school gentleman of honor and respect. I do what I'm supposed to do. I don't have any particular set goals. Anything I decide to do or want to do, I can do instantly. And if I can't do it instantly, I can do it pretty fucking quickly. I don't need goals in that old traditional sense. I do what I'm supposed to do.
Wow.
It's not a matter of how I feel or how I'm motivated. If I was depressed, it's impossible. But if I was depressed, my life would be, and the day-to-day activities would be exactly the same as if I was ecstatically happy. You wouldn't be able to see a difference. I'd be up at the same time. I'd be in the gym the same. I'd be doing the same shit. Those are my duties my duties to God. How I feel has nothing to do with it. Completely unrelated. How I feel is unrelated to my duties to God. They don't change based on how I feel. They're the same. And they will be completed because I refuse to fail God or my bloodline.
That's amazing.
I'm telling you. There's how many people in this stream? 188,000, 168,000, whatever. You could take 150,000 of these people and travel back in time and stand them in front of their ancestors. And their ancestors who fought fucking saber-toothed tigers or escaped the Mongol hordes or managed to dodge bombs in the Second World War. All the shit they went through just for this fucking cretin to be born. And to look at him, look at who he is, listen to his life story, listen to what he does on a day-to-day basis, and they would feel nothing but fucking shame. Your ancestors did all that shit, all that struggling to survive, hunting and gathering, fucking avoiding enemies, anything it took, dying at age 30 from a tooth infection, all the crap they went through just for you to be born so you could smoke weed and jack off. That's what your ancestors died for. That's what they worked so hard for. That's who you are. That's the end of your fucking bloodline. Do you feel no shame? It's fucking shameful. My ancestors will look at me and think everything we went through was fucking worth it. Your ancestors will look at most of these people, their ancestors look at them and feel nothing but fucking disgust.
It's true.
It's fucking true. It's disgusting. And they should look in the mirror, look deep in their own eyes and say, yes, I'm fucking disgusting. I can change this. That's the beauty about being a man. If you're disgusting, you can change it. That's the beauty. There's nothing stopping you changing it.
You're right.
But you must accept it. You must accept it first. Most of these people, what they do is they hang around with other disgusting people, and then they're a little group of disgusting people, and they think, well, I'm not disgusting, everyone's disgusting, and this is normal, and it's normal to be a fucking jerk off. Not in my world, it isn't. This is when I was making jokes earlier about predators and prey. In my world, I'm in a world of predators. It's not normal to be a fucking jerk off in my world.
Damn.
There are duties that men must fulfill, whether to God or to your bloodline. But this is a genuine honesty. I'll say this now. Of those 150,000 people, I guarantee even their fucking living relatives, their living parents aren't even proud of them. Like, the fuck? Your own father's ashamed of you. And you don't even feel fucking motivated to do shit.
Chat, y'all think that's true?
It's a fucking shame. If you were to go and look your father in the eye and said, you know what? I could have been a UFC champion. I could have been a multimillionaire. I could have been a race car driver. I could have been a fucking nuclear physicist. Could have done all these things, but I was busy on Pornhub. You think he's going to be proud of you? Fuck no. Fuck no. And there's men here who will deny it, right? There's men who will go, no, 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 no. But those are the ones who are most lost. It's the denial that's going to hold you back the most. The people who go, yes, I'm wasting my potential. Those are the ones who have potential. The ones who stand up and go, I am wasting my potential. I could be anything and I am not that yet. They have a chance. The men who go, well, no, actually, I'm fine. They're fucked. They're inside the matrix, fully slave-minded. They're a waste of time. Damn. But if you sit there and go, you know what? Yeah, I am wasting my potential. Yes, I can be more than I am. Even if I'm already great, I can be better. As good as I am, I still push myself to the limit every single fucking day. I have every single thing a man could possibly want. I'm still pushing myself. This is your prerogative as a man. But you need to be instilled with a sense of duty to your bloodline. You must want it. You need to want it deep inside your soul. I can't die as anything less than emperor. It's my destiny.
Jesus Christ. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This stream actually, like, I'm pretty sure changed, like, lives. I swear to God. Like, you changed lives just now, like, this one stream. Like,
I hope so.
I hope so, too. I really do. I really feel like people's lives are going to be changed from this shit. I hope so. Shit.
I hope so, too.
Mine is, because I'm telling you right now, I promise you, I'm going to literally be texting you on IG and shit and showing you, like, I'm really going to be hitting the gym, bro.
Do it. And you're going to feel so much better for doing it. Not even just physically, but mentally, knowing that you pushed yourself to do things you don't want to do. There's nothing that feels better than the feeling you have after you did something you don't want to do. As you know, when you're supposed to clean your room.
Yeah, you're right.
You eventually clean it and you're like, thank fuck I've cleaned it.
I did it. Like the homework. I went back at school. Oh, I did my homework. Oh, thank God I did it. I didn't want to do it, but thank God I did it. It's done.
Correct. That's what it feels like every single day if your life is nothing but disciplined. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful existence.
That's a great feeling. That's a really, really good feeling, I bet. I need that. I need discipline. I need it.
Beautiful existence. It's a beautiful existence. After I picked up my Chiron, when I bought the Bugatti and I picked it up, the first thing I did was order another one. Like, it never ends. There's always a new mountain to climb.
So you're saying there's never really beating the game. There's always a mission. There's always something to conquer.
Always. And even if it's just tiny little, it's professionalism. It's holding yourself to such a high standard. There's a professional way to do everything. I'll tell you a story. I lost my keys about 3 weeks ago. It was the first time I'd lost anything in 4 or 5 years. Because when I put something down, I've taught myself to put it down and repeat in my head where I put it. I put my phone on the kitchen counter. I say it in my head like 3 times as I walk off. I don't lose things. I know where everything is all the time. I'm a professional. I don't lose stuff ever. And I lost my keys. I was furious at myself. The ways I punished myself for only losing my keys took me 20 minutes to find them. Found them. I donated money to charity. I refused to go driving. I worked harder in the gym. I fasted for 24 hours. I punished myself. And my chick's like, what are you doing? So I lost keys. She goes, yeah, but it's only you losing keys. You're a fucking chick. You don't get it. I don't make mistakes. I don't make mistakes, and I made one, and I will pay a price. I will not lose my keys again. God is my witness. God above, I will not lose my fucking keys again. I will make sure I repeat in my head 25 times if necessary. Every time I put anything down out of my pockets exactly where it is, I will never lose anything ever again. I am a professional. I am exceptionally hard on myself because that's how I enjoy life. I can't imagine life any other way. I can't imagine life going through life, losing my keys, oops, crying over a bitch, oops. Oh, I don't feel like it today, oops. I can't even fathom that existence. It sounds like hell to me. I get anxiety even imagining that existence. You want to talk about anxiety? I get anxious even imagining living that way. I am a hyper professional. So can you always be more professional? Yes. I can always be more professional. I could memorize the number plate of every single car behind me every single time I drive a car to make sure I'm not being followed.
So you have
I'm trying.
Do you have a
there's always something to do.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to learn that now. And if I drive for more than 2 or 3 hours, I start to forget the number plates. So it's difficult. So there's always a new level of professionalism. There's always a new place to go. So the game is never completed.
Damn. So it never ends. There's always something.
There's always something, and thank God there is, because if I completed the
then
game,
there would be nothing to do. You lose your mind.
I'd be more depressed than
Anything.
that would be the true sadness.
Yeah.
The true sadness is when the game is over.
The true sadness when the game is over. Wow.
The game has just begun.
Wow, Andrew. You're a legend.